Ranger in the shop. We're gonna finally get back to this girl. Where we were waiting on parts, but we got everything in, got the shocks rebuilt. That's ready to get finalized and get going, but we're gonna work on this for now. After Dustin's done messing around over here. What do you got going on over here?
I really have no idea what it is, but they brought this in and they needed me to make 2 of them, but out of steel. So that's what we're doing.
Gotcha. So just replicating that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. This girl, this is a 900 Polaris Ranger. And they ripped the diff right out of the mounting points right there. It's probably a little dark in there, but yeah, this old girl does a lot of plowing, and the diff, she's just not in there anymore. So we're gonna reinforce. We're gonna take that out, reinforce that, make sure the diff's straightened up in there.
She's been through a lot of neglect.
As in most of people's vehicles, it's been through a lot of neglect. So we're gonna get her going again. That's on this video's agenda anyways.
Nice. I could use a square, but they said it's not that accurate. It's just something for hanging stuff, apparently. That's why I'm not like fully welding it out or anything. And it's gonna be stronger than that, I can guarantee that. Put a little B down there. Something is hot. Those on my arm, I can feel it burning there.
Something's getting a little warm. Is it running down your leg?
No.
Not this time?
Not this time. It's because it was grounding out. I was gonna say it shouldn't have been hot. I think that is gonna work again. Time consuming. I don't charge enough.
Handmade. It's probably better than this.
That one's got some bends on it, but they said it didn't need it.
And I brought my needle for this guy, my needle adapter, so now we can put nitrogen in the shocks. Ready to go.
They say they got some stuff done from sandblasting, and I was gonna pick it up today, but I'm just gonna do it on my way home from Big Rapids tomorrow. But I don't know if they have our shocks or our springs done or not.
Okay.
They just said I got a bunch of stuff there. I got that 4-wheeler frame there.
That's right.
Wheels. The guy with the 4-wheeler frame dropped off more wheels and handlebars and a couple other miscellaneous parts. Plus I have all of our parts. Plus I have a whole Jeep lift kit there.
Oh, yeah, tons of stuff. Yeah. This is a prime example. If you guys have anything that you need worked on, make sure you guys give us a contact over at Cutting Edge Fab. We'll have a link down below. Just gotta hit us up if you guys got any fabrication or welding or even mechanic work. We got it. I used to do that a lot, and
then you spin the tire?
Yeah, then they go all flying off. That's when I invested into magnetic things. It's worth it.
I need you.
I do want to eat it?
Yeah, probably. All you just gotta do is kind of hold it up a little bit while it's happening.
The bumper came out a little bit. I think the bumper sprung.
Okay.
Game plan here.
Well, I'm not cutting all that out, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this hole pattern, and I'm gonna make some plates that go. One will go in here, and the other one will go in here. It'll be twice as thick right here and here where it's getting bolted.
Yep.
And then I'll weld these cracks back up, and then I'll weld my plate that I put on there once I have everything bolted together.
Cool.
That's how I fixed the other one anyways.
This is your third one you've done?
Yeah.
Third Ranger?
Third Ranger. First one was electric.
Oh.
I don't know how they broke the electric one because that thing doesn't have enough power to get out of its own way.
The shaft was rubbing on the frame here.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep. Right there.
Where the U-joint was starting to eat away. If I would have let him go a little bit longer, we could have replaced that. I just happened to see it when I put it on the lift. It was on the lift, and I was going underneath to drain the transmission fluid, and I don't know. I always just look at everything when I put them on the lift, and I just happened to walk up by there, and I seen this at first. I was like, oh, it's cracked right there. No problem. I can weld it at Adams. And I'm like, oh, I can't fix that at Adams though.
Nope, she's cooked. All right.
Yeah, so I just need to get some measurements.
Get some measurements, then we're gonna get her going.
Yeah. Some cardboard cap.
You want the heat back on? I know you're cold over there.
I'm warm right now.
Alright.
I am cold. Cold person, Daniel.
You were always a cold
sick.
person. Oh,
We
yeah.
have 3 different kinds of pneumonia.
3 different kinds.
Literally, that's what I got. That's what I had. 3 different kinds, 3 different strands of pneumonia.
Shit. Well, I'm glad I didn't get anything from you or Wyatt. I don't know how I lucked out.
Well, yeah, we thought my daughter lucked out too, but she's sick.
She got her?
Yeah, Brooklyn took her to the doctor this morning.
Oh, dang. Cardboard CAD, this is how we get our precise measurements right here.
Yeah.
Works every time.
It does too. Cheat code here. You hit where the hole is,
Yeah.
where the ball peen hammer.
There you go.
And it cuts that hole out for you.
I do that when I make gaskets.
Yeah. This. My grinding stance in.
Gotta get that force in there.
I'm gonna bend that down and get it tacked up. It's where it wants it.
Oh yeah, looks better already.
When we were putting trans in, noticed it. Because we had to take the front diff out.
Right,
We replaced
the
this
puller
whole drive shaft.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you bend it?
No, it was it was the one half was stuck in the transmission.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get it off. So we started hitting the one end with an air hammer, just trying to get it to push off. And like the U-joints just fell right out. As soon as we touched it with the air hammer, the U-joints just fell right out. So then Adam ordered a new U-joint. We go to put it in there and the holes were so blowed out that the new U-joint cap just like fell right in it. So we were like, well, that ain't gonna work. So we had to pull the whole drive shaft.
Dang.
And then there's supposed to be a roll pin that holds it in the front diff up here.
Yeah.
And they had a
bolt or something?
Bolt in there, which apparently it's common for people to do.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't.
Can you spin that tire over there? Will it grab? No. Just want to make sure that was going to. Oh, yeah, that was clear all day. I'm going to fill some gap. Well, you can get the drain plug out still.
Yeah. That looks pretty good in my books.
Okay.
Cutting edge fab guys. If you guys need anything fabricated or welded,
we're just trying to prevent it from rusting anymore.
Yeah.
Go down with our fancy lift.
Hey, that's the smoothest chain lift I've ever heard of.
Feel it.
Like, wow. I need
The
one
thing's
of those.
ancient.
Yeah.
Dude, it just moves. It's so nice.
It's so smooth.
It's not.
Yeah. Actually works. The chain isn't getting tangled in itself.
Yeah.
Fabric. What the hell do they use this for?
Oh, they used to have two big screw machines right here.
Yeah.
And this actually sat like this in here. And that's how they loaded the steel in the back of the.
Okay.
They're like lathes, but they take 6 pieces of bar stock at a time.
Oh yeah. Sounds good to me.
Got a heater.
Yeah, that's nice. Full doors.
Polaris heater.
Power. Those power windows? No.
No, it has no windows.
Oh, this is the cheap version of a full door.
This is the dollar store T-Moon.
All right. Well, cutting edge fab guys.
Yep.
If you need anything, let us know.
Especially your Razor diff.
Yeah, if your
Ranger diff.
if your Ranger diff's blowing out like these are, we can fix it
Yeah.
pretty easily. Actually, that wasn't bad at all.
No.
Just cardboard CAD, a little bit of welding,
Yeah.
kind of good.
About the only spot I've ever seen the Polaris Rangers that actually go bad is right there.
Just
The Honda Pioneers have a problem with they have rails that come off the frame
yeah,
and butts up to the bottom of the cage here and here, and they have problems. The tube's rusting off the frame. We've done 2 of them so far, and one of them had a whole cab and everything. We had to pull the whole cab and everything
I
out.
hate Honda Pioneers so much.
They suck.
They're the worst.
They suck to work on.
Well,
You never have to. That machine has 42,000 miles though.
holy crap.
All original, everything.
Well, there's the Honda longevity there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think this thing only has like 5,000 in it. It had a trans.
I think it was just over 6, wasn't it? I thought I saw 6,000.
Yeah, 6,300. Yeah. 6,300, and it's had a trans.
Transmission.
Ripped and out of the frame.
Yeah, I mean.
The one Ranger I did only had 1,200 miles, and the diff was ripping out of the frame. That was a newer one.
Were they plowing with that too, or just?
That one, he said he never had a plow on it, and he never puts it in 4-wheel drive. I was like, well, I don't know how your diff's ripping out.
Yeah,
you never put it in 4-wheel
something's
drive.
that line.
Your grandkids
are
probably using 4-wheel drive.
Yep, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
We were those grandkids.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are now available on Rumble. If you guys prefer to watch us on that platform, we are there now. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in another way, you could follow us and subscribe to us on Patreon. If you become a paid member over on Patreon, you will have access to early content. Also, you'll have your name in the end credits of the video. All support over on Patreon helps us a lot, especially with our builds. So if you guys want to help us out, just check us out on Patreon. I really do appreciate it. If you guys need anything welded, fabricated, powder coated, you name it, let us know. Check us out at Cutting Edge Fab. We do have a link. We'll have a link for everything down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.